What up? Hi. The only way I could get the money.
Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, the show has an NL East matchup. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Chris Singleton. All right, we'll be back to get. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Aaron Nola. What do we need to know here? Just about ready to roll. Dalen Lyle digging in for the Nationals. And we're underway here in Philly. That one's in there. That's strike two.
This guy at the dish excels in two-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
And now 1-2. Fastball is outside. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. In the air to left center. Kemp on the move to the alley. The throw in. The tag, and they cut him down going for two.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
On the ground, and that one handled. Slings to first, 2 gone. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. 2 down, bases empty. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. That one's in there. Strike 1.
No, that's a ball.
On the inside corner for a strike. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So now the Phillies back here in Philadelphia, and towing the slab here, Jake Irvin. What do we have on him?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
And there's one away. Bryce Harper to the plate.
Hey!
Right through there for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Got him. 2 down.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Got him. Swinging. Top of the second, and now up for Washington, Luis Garcia.
Oh.
Comes up empty. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching, but you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down, so we'll see how it goes in this one.
Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Right fielder, Dylan Cruz.
Now it's the right fielder, Dylan Cruz.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game. Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. No score here in the second. Got him looking. And there are 2 down. Cruz wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Keibert Ruiz now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Up and in, ball 1. That one ran inside, almost got him. Swing and a ball popped up. Harper under it. And that is that. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the inning, Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. And there's a foul ball.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. Bet the hands are still stinging after that one.
1-1 now. Gets the outside corner with that one. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Swing and a ground ball, and foul ball. The 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Here's your 1.
That's the ball.
Man at first, 1 away. This one in the air. Garcia settles underneath it. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
The Phillies looking to strike first here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away. This one in the air, center field. Hassel should have this one, but misjudges this one, and it's down. Run scores easily, and the Phillies strike first. It's 1-0.
Here's the ball. It's hit right back up the middle. Clearly a base hit. I mean, that's one of those where you're expecting a guy from second to score.
Otto Kemp swings through it for strike 1.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. All loaded up. Here's Trey Turner. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in at bottom half of inning number 2. Yeah, that's fouled off. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights it off. You'll see another. 2 outs. Bases are full. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. In the dirt, ball 3. Ball 4,
That's 4. Take
and
your
a
base.
run comes in to score. Here comes Bryce Harper. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. 1 runs in, and it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. The run scores from first, extending their lead.
Man, that's a huge 3 RBI double in a spot where they really needed it. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it, and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time. Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Got him, swing for the strikeout. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Well, Singy, as we talked about earlier, he was dominant in his last start and doing the same thing again today.
Yeah, Boog, in total control on the mound in this one. What a run he's on. Let's see if he can keep this thing going.
To first, leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Here's the center fielder, Robert Hassel III. That's
Nope,
to
that's
third.
foul.
And foul ball. Hassel getting the start in center in the 8th spot in today's lineup.
Hey!
And so far this year, he's slugging over 500. He goes down looking. 2 outs, base is empty. Andres Chaparro digging in for the Nationals. Swings through that one for strike 1. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. Now a chance for Dalen Lyle. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that is that. Nationals leave 1. It's 5-0. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Alec Bohm.
Oh.
Bohm, the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State.
Right, woo.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
The 1-2. Got him swinging. Had him way out front of the slur. This is Bryson Stott. Out to short. Abrams. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it's a foul ball, but it had the distance. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And that's the 3rd out. Here, Citizens Bank Park, as we go to the top of the 4th. James Wood digging in for the Nationals. Lifted in the air, right center field. Throws to second. And he's out easily. Here's C.J. Abrams now.
Yeah.
Smoked on the ground to second. Stott over to first in time. And there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. And now it's Luis Garcia. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. 0-1 now. This one in the air, center field. And it falls. The throw into second, in there safely.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Right side, and that's just foul. Fastball for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So one left. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Cade Cavalli.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. So the Philly batting order turns over. Trey Turner now.
Up.
And it's strike 2.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
That's out number 2. So here is Bryce Harper.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
That one 95 to finish him off. Phillies Welcome back.
Leading off
Singing,
for
he was sharp at last time out and is equally as dialed in today.
Yeah, Boog. Based on the last 2 games, he's quickly becoming the ace of the staff. Impressive stuff.
Whips it to first on the run. 1 away.
Up next for Washington, third baseman Brady House.
Now the third baseman, Brady House. Late with the swing there.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And they'll do it again. The 0-2.
So hey guys, Quinn in this top of the
On the ground
fifth,
third, and it goes
and
just
I am
foul.
playing episode 4 of the franchise. It's so
Can't connect on the
Hey, Noah,
curveball, struck him
Brady.
out.
Oh, that's a
Strike 3.
curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes,
here
sort of
is
pitch you're hoping
Robert
for. A
House
bit of a
in the third.
mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
1-0 pitch.
To the right side, stop.
Strike and stop. And
Fires over to first.
walks.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah,
Still
it's a 1, 2, 3.
ready to
This is how I'm doing it. You're seeing, I'm
for the
going.
last half of the inning.
I'm pitching
And
with
digging in
both
for
teams.
Philadelphia,
I've seen me
Kyle Schwarber
do that,
drilled
and
out towards
Schwarber
left center
gets a
field. That's well struck.
base hit.
And it one hops the wall. Throws to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
That one fouled off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 0-2 now. Lifted in the air, out to left. Wood gets under it. And there's one down.
1 out.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. The 0-1.
How's that second?
Softly hit to third. House. Over to first.
And
that is out number 2.
And
Here's JT Real Muto.
Oh,
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Base hit into the outfield. Here
It's
comes
RBI.
around third. Save. It's 6-0.
RBI
I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charging, crazy.
The 0-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Good pitch now. Chill. Like the pitch.
Stays alive.
And now it's 0-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Strikeout for the Phillies. Now
Pick up a
going
run on
top
2
of
hits,
6.
no errors
Guys,
and a man
this
left.
will be my last inning of
Welcome back. A
on
few highlights to help tell the story of the game.
I'm sick.
Andres
Until
Chaparro, the
work
next to
tomorrow.
hit.
Andres Chaparro.
Swing and a miss. 0-1. Chaparro, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Out towards right center
0-2,
field.
and
Garcia
0-1.
under this one. Can't make the grab, and it drops. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Yeah, he's on base.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
0-1.
High fly ball, right field. Garcia has a beat on it.
And
there's 1 away.
Goes in.
1 out, man at first. Here's the left fielder, James Wood. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
It's 0-1. 3-0-1.
Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Here we go. Straight out JT's glove. Now he goes to.
Swings and misses. And that's
Nola.
6 Ks for him in this one.
C.J.
Abrams digging in for the Nationals. Nice grab. Throw to second.
By
And very
Harper.
nicely done for the out.
All right.
Bottom of the
Aingee's still out there. I was
6th inning. And digging in for Philadelphia,
Adolis
Adolis Garcia.
Garcia.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. To first. Pretty
And
nice
he's
play
out.
there.
Nice play.
Otto Kemp will hit next.
Go
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground.
Foul.
But it
Go
kicks
on.
foul. Right through there
right
for
down
a
the
strike.
middle. Here's the 0-2 pitch on it.
Got him looking. That's a
Nice.
strikeout.
No, I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Strike 2.
Now
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Down quickly go the Phillies. They lead it, though, 6-0. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards, so we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Hi. The only way I could get the money.
And now the right fielder, Dylan Cruz.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. 2 outs, base is empty. And it's the catcher for the Nationals, Keibert Ruiz.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That's in there. 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Right through there, got it. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Welcome back. Take a look at our game summary. Sliced hard, but foul. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Tosses to first. Schwarber out of the play. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, not going to get him. He's in there.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
This to third. House. Out number 3. One left. Back here in Philadelphia. It's getting late in this one, Singy. He looked unhittable in his last out again today. Much of the same.
Yeah, Boog. Scary thought for the rest of the division. Total dominance out there.
Here comes the 0-1. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Nola still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Now here is Robert Hassel III. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Chaparro in the box again, takes a strike. And a swing and a miss.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-2.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about it,
another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. 8 innings, 8 zeros as the shutout continues here. You're watching. Back now, new pitch on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Andre Granillo.
and with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Huh.
The Phils up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Late on that fastball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Orion Kirkering.
And he comes on here.
All right, guys, I'm back for the top of the 9th. I decided to come back, and then close out the video right after
So back to the top of the order, leading off Dalen Lyle. And first offering is Phil. Swings through that one for strike 2. Kirkering measures 6 feet 2 inches, 24 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2022. On the ground, right side.
Line out to Carson.
Stop over to first in time. Down to the last out for the Nationals. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the shortstop. That's to third.
Going to for Orion or out of the year for us.
You start to think a little bit that
hey
you're
guys,
on a roll, and that's the momentum.
close out the
It just
video
takes a
right
while.
now.
Some
Please
players
like,
start hitting up
comment,
down
and
the lineup.
subscribe.
Never know
You
who's
guys
going to
like
come
the
up with
live
the big hit,
stream.
who's going to come out of the
This
bullpen and get the big
video will
outs, but it's a good
be
feeling.
later
You wanna
today at
extend
10
it.
p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be live for episode 5. On the mound is the Andrew Painter for us. Making his major league debut. Alrighty guys, have a great day.